day 4 of the Tyler Robinson preliminary hearing, and stuff actually happened today, but not in the first half. That was really boring stuff, but I watched the whole thing so you don't have to. Just when we think the whole issue of the video exhibit that they've been arguing for days now is finally resolved, nope. The state got up and pretty much shredded Mr. Novak's argument from yesterday. He had apparently taken a sentence out of the SCOTUS ruling completely out of context. Then he gets up and has the audacity to explain how it wasn't out of context.
Sure, Jan.
Then Agent Davis is back on the stand at 11:20 a.m., keeping in mind the court began at 9 a.m., so all of us arguing was almost 2.5 hours. Then they showed the interview that Lance Twiggs did with the prosecutor. Lance Twiggs is the former partner and roommate of Tyler Robinson. Now we know on some level they wanted it excluded because, hello, this is pretty damning stuff. He got use immunity for this statement. He was sworn in with the knowledge it would be played in court. Some of the video of the interview was cut and redacted. We got to hear some parts but not see, and then some was just cut altogether. That was all of the arguing that was going on for days. The first time he heard from Tyler Robinson on the day of the event, it wasn't until 11 p.m., and it was in what he called an automated message. I'm wondering what exactly was that, and is that why the other texts sound so weird? They were automated too? Because for a long time, I thought that the text had been planted somehow, that he didn't write that because they sounded so weird. Now I'm wondering were they automated, and that was why. Who knows? We don't know. But it sounds like these were actually from him, and Lance believed that too. Also, if they're real, then Tyler's a dumb criminal. If I can get my rifle, I will have left no evidence. Those texts are evidence, freaking genius. We didn't get to hear the automated message. We did get to see the text. Most of it was on like photographs of Lance's actual phone screen. You can see a little crack in the top. He was totally chill, not shifting in his seat, scratching his face, nothing like that. He sounded really believable and not nervous at all. After him, we got Sergeant Jennifer, I'm forgetting her last name now. She's back on the stand. She's from the Department of Public Safety in charge of the crime scene. Over the DNA, which of course the defense tried to shred earlier in the week. They weren't trying to debunk this in particular. They're trying to debunk DNA testing in general. Yeah, that doesn't work. And then the state rested, and then the defense called their own witness, Samantha Carner. She is an agent at the ATF. Kind of like they did before. They tried to essentially debunk her entire field. Like, what? And they began with a paper that's like 15, 20 years old that was just making some suggestions on how they could improve. So we've got DNA that completely identified Tyler Robinson with the odds of 1,000,000,000 to 1. And then they tried to debunk an ATF agent who showed in her testimony that she's far more likely to say something is inconclusive if she doesn't have solid data. It appears that the defense strategy is literally science? What science? Science sucks. And if that's the case, Tyler Robinson is toast.